Welcome, dear friend. Listen, learn, and grow. I want to ask you something very personal today. Have you ever loved someone so much that just the thought of losing them made it impossible to breathe? A parent, a child, a person who means everything to you. Now imagine Allah asking you to give that person up. Not by accident, not by illness, not by the cruelty of this world, but as a choice. Your choice, a direct command from the creator of the universe, saying, give me the thing you love most. What would you do? Most of us cannot even finish that thought. But there was a man who did not just think it. He walked it, step by step, with his own feet, with his own hands, with a heart so full of love for Allah that it made the most painful moment in a father's life into the most beautiful act of worship this world has ever seen. Today, we are not just telling a story. Today, we are talking about Eid Uzha, the festival of sacrifice, one of the most important days in the entire Islamic calendar. And the reason it exists will shake something deep inside you. Let us begin. Part 1. The Dream. You already know Hazrat Ibrahim. Peace be upon him. We told his full story on this channel. The boy who smashed the idols. The man who walked out of fire unburned. The father who left his wife and baby in an empty desert and trusted Allah completely. But there was one more test. The final test. The greatest test. And it came not as a threat from an enemy, not as a fire, not as a desert, but as a dream. 3 nights in a row, Ibrahim saw the same dream. He saw himself with a knife in his hand, sacrificing his own son for a prophet. A dream like this is not just a dream. It is a message from Allah, a direct, clear, undeniable command. And Ibrahim sat with this, the weight of it, pressed down on his chest like a mountain. Because this was not just any son. This was Ishmael, the child he had waited for his entire long life. The boy who had grown into a young man of beautiful character. The son who made every old and tired bone in Ibrahim's body feel alive again. And Allah was asking for him. Ibrahim did not run from the dream. He did not pretend he had not seen it. He did not ask, "Are you sure?" He went to his son. Part 2. The son who said yes. This is the moment that stops me every single time. Ibrahim sat with his son Ishmael. He looked at this young man, this boy he had loved from the very first breath, and he told him everything. Every detail of the dream. He did not hide it. He did not soften it. He told him the complete truth. And then he said, "My son, what do you think?" And Ismail, this incredible young man, did not scream, did not run, did not bargain or beg or fall to pieces. He looked at his father with calm, steady, breathtaking eyes and said, "Father, do what you have been commanded. You will find me. If Allah wills, among those who are patient, Read that again. A young man being told he is about to be sacrificed by his own father says, "Do what you have been commanded." This is not just obedience. This is something far greater than obedience. This is love. Love for Allah. So deep, so real, so complete, that it reaches a place beyond fear, beyond self, beyond even the most basic human instinct to survive. Both father and son, in that moment, chose Allah together. And that choice, that single, extraordinary human choice, is what we celebrate every single year on Eid al-Uzha. Part 3. The walk. The morning came, and Ibrahim and Ismail walked together toward the place of sacrifice. We do not know exactly what they said to each other on that walk. We do not know if there was silence between them, or quiet words, or tears that neither of them mentioned. But I think about that walk often. A father and his son, walking side by side, both knowing what is at the end of the road, and both still walking. It is said that Shaitan, the devil, came to them on that journey 3 times. He came to Ibrahim first, whispering, "Are you really going to do this?" Ibrahim did not engage. He picked up stones and threw them. He came to Ismail, whispering, "Your own father is going to hurt you. Run." Ismail did not engage. He threw stones too. He came to Hajra, Ibrahim's wife, trying to plant fear and doubt in her heart. She threw stones too. Today, when millions of pilgrims in Hajj throw stones at 3 pillars in Mina, they are remembering this. They are saying, "We reject you, Shaitan." The same way Ibrahim rejected you. The same way Ismail rejected you. We are still walking. We are still choosing Allah. Part 4. The knife and the miracle. They arrived. Ibrahim looked at his son. Ismail lay down. Willingly, completely willingly, he said to his father, "Tie my hands, so that I do not struggle without meaning to, and turn my face away from yours, so that your love for me does not weaken your resolve." Can you hear that? A son making it easier for his father to sacrifice him. Ibrahim tied his son's hands. He turned his face. He raised the knife. And in that moment, that single suspended moment that hung between this world and the next, Allah called out. A voice came from the heavens. "O Ibrahim, you have fulfilled the vision. This is how we reward those who do good." And a ram appeared, sent from Allah, to be sacrificed in Ismail's place. Ibrahim looked at his son, alive, safe, untouched, and something broke open in his chest. Not sadness, not relief, something bigger than both of those. Gratitude. The kind of gratitude that has no words. The kind that comes out as tears and silence and a face turned toward the sky. It was never about the sacrifice. Allah did not want Ismail. Allah wanted to see what lived inside Ibrahim's heart. And what he found there was everything. Part 5. Why we celebrate. And so every year, across every corner of this earth, Muslims wake up on the morning of Eid al-Uzha. They dress in their best clothes. They gather for prayer. They hug their families. They sacrifice an animal in the name of Allah Uzha. And they share the meat with the poor, with the neighbors, with the family. But here's what I want you to really understand about what this day means. It is not about the animal. The Quran tells us clearly, it is not the meat that reaches Allah Jawaj. It is not the blood. It is the taqwa, the God consciousness, the awareness of Allah Jawaj that lives in the heart of the person making the sacrifice. Eid al-Uzha is a question asked to every Muslim every single year on the same day. The question is, what are you willing to give? Not just money, not just an animal, but what is the thing in your life that you love so much? It sometimes sits between you and Allah, your pride, your comfort, your fear of what people will say, your attachment to the world. Whatever that thing is, Eid al-Uzha asks you, can you lay it down? Not because Allah needs it, but because your heart, it needs to be free. Ibrahim laid down his son, and Allah gave him back, not just Ismail, but a legacy that has never ended. A lineage of prophets, a house of worship, the Kaaba, that still stands today, an act of sacrifice, remembered and repeated by more than 1 billion people every single year. This is what happens when a human being chooses Allah over everything else. Everything comes back. Everything grows. Everything is blessed beyond what the mind can imagine. Dear friend, Eid al-Uzha is in just a few days. Or perhaps it has just passed. Or perhaps it feels far away. But the lesson of this day has no season. It is for every morning you wake up. Every moment you make a choice. Every time you stand at your own version of that walk. Knowing what is at the end of the road. And wondering if you have the courage to keep going. Ibrahim was not fearless. He was human. Just like you. He felt every step of that walk. He felt the weight of that knife in his hand. He felt the love for his son crashing through his chest like a wave. And he kept walking anyway. Not because he did not love his son, but because he loved Allah Zawaz. More, that is the heart of Eid al-Uzha. Not sacrifice for the sake of pain, but surrender for the sake of love. Complete. Absolute. Beautiful love. May Allah accept from all of us this Eid. May He give our families health, happiness, and His nearness. May He make our hearts like the heart of Ibrahim, soft enough to feel and strong enough to surrender. Eid Mubarak, dear friend. Thank you for being here today. If this story touched something inside you, please share it and keep growing with us. One beautiful story at a time. Listen, learn, and grow. Until next time, choose Allah. Even when it is the hardest choice you have ever made. He will never let that go to waste. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you all.